South Florida. Gervonta Davis is accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in Doral.
And this is not the first run-in with the law. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live outside of the jail in West Miami-Dade.
And I know you have some details on this latest arrest for the boxer, Roy.
And Alexis, the charge he is facing is battery with domestic violence. And you mentioned this was an ex-girl.
Over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
Floyd Mayweather just broke his silence on Gervonta Davis' arrest and what he said. It's not what boxing fans wanted to hear. In a shocking virtual interview, Mayweather claims he knew it was coming and was just waiting for the moment the law caught up. No sympathy, no surprise, just cold facts. This isn't gossip. This is a wake-up call for the boxing world. Stay locked in. That's what Floyd Mayweather just dropped in a virtual interview. Cool.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Hey, the little one inside.
Calculated and completely unfazed. His sources in Miami tipped him off early about Gervonta Davis' latest run-in with the law, and instead of shock or denial, Mayweather says he was simply waiting for the moment the authorities stepped in. But here's where it cuts deeper. Floyd didn't hold Gervonta Davis' behavior either. He straight up said to grow from his past mistakes, hinting at a pattern that's hard to ignore. Still, Mayweather made it clear he's Gervonta Davis been in this position before, Floyd admitted, subtly referencing his own domestic violence of so-called reflection.
I told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock to come in at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. It's not going to hurt me.
Fans couldn't help but notice accountability again. Gervonta Davis, just more calculated distancing from the spotlight and with shaky ground. This feels like a dangerous echo of history. That's Floyd Mayweather, speaking with the calm of a man who's been through the fire and walked out untouched. He claims he learned from his mistakes, learned about life, growth, accountability. And according to him, that's Gervonta Davis. Pull punches. He said skip the hard part, the soul searching, the growth, and that's why he's back. In this spotlight, Gervonta Davis beef, but it is what it is, where things got messy. The moment he pivoted to his ongoing beef with Mayweather's tone shifted. When asked if that fight is real, Blink boxing fans quick with the receipt.
Definitely now. Today, Gervonta Davis was arrested for domestic violence. He's the champion in your division. What do you think about? What's your reaction to that?
I don't know about that. I don't know. Take personally,
Seats. Gervonta Davis, this wasn't wisdom, it was hypocrisy. How does an ex-convict call out another fighter's mistakes when his own record is already stained with domestic abuse? And Fight World's double standard on full display. One legend while their pasts mirror each other more than they admit. Mayweather may be undefeated in the ring, but outside of it the court of public opinion is less forgiving. Gervonta Davis, lighting up the comments with fire. One fan wrote, has got nothing to say here. He's in no position to judge, he's worse than Gervonta.
I was in a lose-lose situation now. What came out still on top. With Floyd? What was the lose-lose situation? What you mean? This situation that put me in make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first.
Another chimed in, calling Mayweather one of the worst boxing personalities in the gamut. Fans have spoken. And the message is loud. Mayweather's credibility outside the ring is on shaky ground. Despite his perfect 50-0 record, his past mistakes are now echoing louder than his legacy. And in calling out Tank, someone many see as following a path Floyd helped pave. He may have opened a door he can't close now, with tensions rising and the Roy Jones rivalry heating up. The question becomes, will Floyd back his words with action in the ring?
Maybe we're there again. I don't know.
You don't like Frank?
What that mean?
I don't like Floyd, motherfucker.
Lay down. EJ do the trash talking.
Or will the fans' fury overshadow his next move? Gervonta Davis, the reigning WBA lightweight champion and one of boxing's most electrifying finishers, was arrested Friday morning in Miami Beach on a misdemeanor battery charge. The alleged victim, his ex-girlfriend of 4 years. Even more troubling, this arrest follows an earlier incident just weeks ago, when Davis was accused of assaulting the mother of 2 of his 3 children during a Father's Day dispute outside her home in Doral. For a fighter with a 30-0 record and knockout power that stops hearts in the ring, it's what's happening outside the ropes that now threatens to overshadow everything he's built.
Floyd, I was doing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't.
Tank's career has always walked a tightrope between brilliance and chaos. But with back-to-back controversies and his mentor Floyd Mayweather publicly weighing in, the spotlight is shifting fast from his hands to his headlines. Can he bounce back? Can his legacy survive the heat? Or is this the beginning of a downward spiral for one of boxing's brightest, yet most troubled stars, according to police reports? The situation that unfolded on June 15th paints a troubling picture of what's happening behind the scenes in Gervonta "Tank" Davis's life.
Gervonta Davis, jump into it, kind of, I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but, it's his mindset, the fight with the mind's not signed yet. Apparently he's going to fight Jake Paul,
His ex-girlfriend told authorities that they got into a heated verbal argument over personal matters, particularly Davis's alleged insecurities about their son's sexuality. What started as a routine child pickup around 5 p.m. in Doral quickly spiraled into something much darker after placing both children into Davis's vehicle.
In and out. Bernard, a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it real quick. I'm sure you saw the news about Gervonta Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts,
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out. You know what I mean? Everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on.
The woman claims she was struck in the back of the head with a closed fist and then slapped across the face. She eventually regained custody of the children, an act that reportedly enraged Davis further. The details are disturbing and they cast a long, painful shadow over one of boxing's most gifted but controversial champions. And this is where the real tension lies, not just in the courtroom, but in the ring of public opinion. Tank Davis is undefeated inside the ropes, a 30-0 phenom with brutal knockout power, pay-per-view star status.
He was arrested early this morning on alleged domestic violence and battery charges against his baby mother, who's the mother of 2 of his children, Vanessa Paso, I believe her name is. Now, I want to do this in a certain order because I think since people kind of stopped watching videos midway through, I'm going to put some of the most important points I want to make at the beginning.
And a name that's become a fixture in boxing's biggest headlines. But now, that spotlight feels more like a magnifying glass exposing every flaw, every misstep, every headline that threatens to define his legacy. This isn't just about a fight record anymore. This is about a man's future in and out of the sport. Will Tank rise from this chaos and reclaim the respect of the boxing world? Or are we witnessing the slow unraveling of a once-in-a-generation talent? And let's not forget Floyd Mayweather's comments only added gasoline to the fire. Fans are split, the drama is real, the lines are drawn. Is Tank still the future of boxing? Or has his outside-the-ring behavior cost him everything he's worked? Or smash that like button if you're locked in, and make sure you subscribe and
detention by serving at a 4-season hotel and a $3.4 million penthouse rather than trainer Calvin Ford house, as the judge agreed. This is the reason why Tank is now being jailed. Gervonta Davis' lawyer argued that the house was too small for security staff. Additionally, the judge
hit the bell so you never miss another update in this ever-unfolding fight saga. Because in the world of boxing, reputations can fall just as fast as a left hook to the chin, and we're here to cover every single second of it.
Boxing champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been arrested and charged with battery in South Florida. Police allege the Baltimore native assaulted his ex-girlfriend during an argument on Father's Day in Doral, Florida. Davis was arrested and booked by Miami Beach police, and a judge set his bond at $10,000. This is the latest in
No surprise, just cold facts. This isn't gossip. This is a wake-up call for the boxing world. Stay locked in. That's what Floyd Mayweather just dropped in a virtual interview. Cool, calculated, and completely unfazed. His sources in Miami tipped him off early about Gervonta Davis' latest run-in with the law, and instead of shock or denial, Mayweather says he was simply waiting for the moment the authorities stepped in. But here's where it cuts deeper. Floyd didn't hold Gervonta Davis' behavior either. He straight up said to grow from his past mistakes, hinting,
he did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to show him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know?
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like, we might get this exhibition?
At a pattern that's hard to ignore. Still, Mayweather made it clear he's Gervonta Davis been in this position before, Floyd admitted, subtly referencing his own domestic violence of so-called reflection. Fans couldn't help but notice accountability again. Gervonta Davis.
You know, what kind of motivational speech or something we could give Gervonta Davis?
Man, he just had to, he's got to hold his head up right now. I mean, he got to keep focus. It's tough when you are dealing with, other people that you're in relationships with, that you have to see because of a child. So,
just more calculated distancing from the spotlight and with shaky ground. This feels like a dangerous echo of history. That's Floyd Mayweather, speaking with the calm of a man who's been through the fire and walked out untouched. He claims he learned from his mistakes, learned about life, growth, accountability. And according to him, that's Gervonta Davis. Pull punches. He said skip the hard part, the soul searching.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao. Of course. That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game. Yeah, but in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever. Of course. When that's not how that goes. That's not reality.
What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it works. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go.
The growth, and that's why he's back. In this spotlight, Gervonta Davis beef, but it is what it is, where things got messy. The moment he pivoted to his ongoing beef with Mayweather's tone shifted. When asked if that fight is real, Blink boxing fans, quick with the receipts. Gervonta Davis, this wasn't wisdom, it was hypocrisy. How does an ex-convict call out another fighter's mistakes when his own record is already stained with domestic abuse?